Hello, everyone. Today is John Lennon's birthday. What would have been his 81st, October 9th. I will be drawing him in honor of his legacy. Now, there are many ways, there are different, eras of Lennon you could do, but I'm going to pick one of my favorite ones to draw is the late 60s version of him, like around the time the Beatles broke up when he first met Yoko. So, we're just gonna put him here. John Lennon is one of my favorite musical artists. He's my favorite Beatle, and I've seen tons of interviews and clips of him, and he just seems like just very smart and intelligent man, and very quirky and fun. He could be very funny, and I like that he was not afraid to speak out. Like he got threats from the Nixon administration that they would deport him, and he stood up like, no, I want to fight for what's right. And he was unfortunately killed 40 years ago. I think that's really unfortunate that we lost one of the best musicians of the 20th century. I wish he was still with us. But I'm doing this to remember him. Happy birthday, John Lennon. He has he had quite a long head or long face. Yeah. Some of my favorite songs of his include uh of course you have the obvious ones like Imagine. I also love Beautiful Boy, Darling Boy. One that I think is fantastic is his song Mother. It's so raw and emotional and it's just fantastic. Could draw one of his most famous parts of him, his big pointy nose. I made it a little too skinny. He's a very easy person to do. He has I'm gonna draw it here in a sec, like his small glasses and his small kind of squinty eyes. Okay. Okay. Now for his glasses. I really like the kind of glasses he wears. Apparently, like in the early days of the Beatles, he thought it made him didn't look thought it made him look ugly. I thought he looked fine. It made him look nice. And is relatively squintier eyes. Eyebrows. I think I messed up on the eyes a little. Yeah, and I think I really love him in the movie A Hard Day's Night. He's really good in that. That movie's just really good overall. I wonder what he would have done now. I think he was very politically active. I wonder if he would have continued that if he was still alive. Now, we're doing late 60s John Lennon, and during that time he had a big, luscious beard, so we're gonna give him a big beard. And also, people say that, oh, Yoko Ono broke up the Beatles, she did this, she's a god awful singer. I mean, when she goes the screaming thing, I'm not a fan of that, but I listened to a couple of her songs, and it's alright. Not too bad. I think the whole thing that she broke up the Beatles is just ridiculous. I constantly argue that with my grandma. She is not. She doesn't dislike Yoko, but she is very affirmed that she is responsible for the breaking up of the Beatles. She does admit that if John Lennon had never met Yoko, that the Beatles would still breaking up. I just think that whole thing that Yoko Ono broke up the Beatles is ridiculous. Yeah, and I thought John Lennon and Yoko Ono were very. I thought they were very cute together. Yeah, of course, John Lennon did have issues with his first wife. He got into a lot of violent fights with her, and that's probably the thing he's been rightfully criticized the most. But I think he did try to change in his later years, and I think he tried to become a better father. Yeah, and and I really miss him. I did not know him, and I was not alive when he was still alive, obviously, but I think he's a very interesting person, and he makes tons of great music. Yeah. One of my favorite conspiracy theories actually involves John Lennon. It's not the Paul's dead one, but the theory that he was not killed by Mark David Chapman, but he was killed by Stephen King. I just think that's so funny and ridiculous because Stephen King might not have liked John Lennon's music, but why would he want to kill him? It's just so goddamn obvious. Yeah. Need to give him a big, luscious beard. He eventually shaved it in like the 70s or something. Let's see. Yeah, this is late 60s. John Lennon is one of the best ones to do. Yeah, and like in the late 60s, after well, a little bit of 1968, from usually most of his life, the rest of his life, he had big wavy hair. Yeah. Well, I forgot to give. He did a little like this. Yeah. Another great song of his is "Give Peace a Chance." I just think that's a really good song. And he's also, whenever I get sad or alone and scared, his music has always helped me a lot in many ways. Yeah. And I watched this really good video by, I think the YouTuber's name is Big Joel. I may be saying that, maybe saying the wrong YouTuber, but he made a really excellent video about Ben Shapiro's response, or commentary on the song Imagine, and Ben Shapiro being Ben Shapiro. He said all this stupid stuff, and Big Joel, he said a lot of interesting stuff about the song that I had never really heard before. Yeah. And there's also this really good video that was made on John Lennon's 80th birthday last year. I would have done it, but my YouTube channel didn't exist. I just, well, yeah. But hopefully this will make up for it. I don't know if I'll do this again uh, next year on his birthday. I'm probably gonna do something else for his birthday. Next year. Yeah, I need to get all the hair right. And he also, I know this is a weird one. He had a very, I really like the sound of his voice. This Liverpool accent might not sound good, but sometimes when I'm in a situation, when I try to crack a joke, I do that in his voice. Because I think mostly because He had some of the best jokes in A Hard Day's Night because he was fantastic in that movie. And I want to see like other movies that have him in it. There we go. Yeah. Happy birthday, John Lennon. We all miss you. Oops, sorry about that. Nope, that one's messed up. Yep. Now there's something I need to fix. Sorry. Make sure this looks good. Maybe I overdid it on the beard slightly, but I still think it looks represents his beard of that time. Let's see. Still needs a little bit more. Yeah. That should be it. I think it looks good. It was really good. Again, happy birthday, John Lennon. You are fantastic, and we miss you. Rest in power. Rest in power, man. Rest in power.